the breeze, the calmness of another beautiful day. I am in my garden, the flowers, the flavours of the earth. Cut! Right, I've had enough. Stresses me out being calm. I like to be a bit, up there with stars and up there with bees flying about, buzzing about. So, we're going to take it real DJ Black Web style, and I'm going to be doing interviews and conversations and podcasts all about mental health, and we're going to keep it real and we're going to keep it down with kids. And remember, guys, girls, people out there, control is all yours.
Hello, and this is Dave Todd, neuropsychologist, and Nikki Webber MBE out here on location by 2 tractors and a field and a horse.
And some carrots and potatoes. Just for listeners, gotta keep that veg in. What about 5 a day?
We might get asked to move on by these tractors. We'll wait and see.
Well, that'd be funny, wouldn't it, really? Excuse me, we gotta go out for our tea. Get out of the way. I'd be like, here we go, combine harvester. Get ready.
Come out with a pitchfork.
Innit?
So we're here today to talk about what is the use of support to help us to achieve our needs and have a conversation about that.
So, really, you mean, why do disabled people have carers, kind of thing?
Yeah.
And why they need carers and what kind of mechanisms or influences in a disabled person's life, and why a disabled person kind of has to live outside the rule book to a point sometimes. Well, that's so they can find themselves in it,
Yeah.
Can't just a spider in a butterfly's costume.
What do you mean live outside the rules?
Kind of let go. Friday night, have fun with your friends at pub, go out, get your new clothes on, put your makeup on, which you can't do yourself because you can't do the cat flicks on your eyes. So you kind of have to have carers to help you put your makeup on so that you can feel like a woman kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of a girl in a woman's body, it's proper cat flicks on your eyes, hair done properly, chuck that glitter on kind of thing, sorry.
Yeah.
Chuck the glitter on and spray the perfume on and let's get out there and do this crap.
One of the questions that you asked recently, Nikki, was do we ever own this life, or can we own our own control through the symmetry of thought?
Well, do we?
Or how much do we rely on other people or support?
I think if you're mainstream kind of normal everyday person who can support yourself, grow up yourself, drive a car, get dressed, get your breakfast, clean up, sort kids out, feed cats, dogs, animals, then yeah, you can own what you do. But if you're a disabled person who can't do a certain percentage of them jobs, you still have the right to own part of the show, but you can't own all of it because you're broken or your brain's broken and, you just won't ever be able to do it. So I think to be grown up as a disabled person, sometimes you've got to share the budget of physical engagement.
Yeah.
So that you can stand up, stand strong and reach your goals kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You won't want to watch a theatre show or something without a microphone. So the cameras become the microphone so that our voice can be heard.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's okay if people in Parliament sitting on the chairs and that, but if they only give enough ink in your pen for half a day, then you can't write the right notes at the meeting, which is really important.
Absolutely.
You know?
And that's how you see the support and care. They're like props, basically, tools to help you, to help people who've got disabilities to be able,
Facilitators.
to facilitate us, yeah.
Yeah.
What about from an emotional or psychological perspective?
Oh, God, it goes deep, so deep, every time. First question, what about your psychological state, Miss Webber? Thanks, Dave, you know. I haven't even got a cup of tea, a pint of lager, or a cake, so there's no getting out of this, is there?
Can maybe get some hay from this field.
Yeah, cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze.
But, I mean, in terms of meeting needs, like you say, need to put makeup on, need to feel...
like a grown-up.
Like a grown-up, like to be able to go places, do things. And so there's those things. What about emotional support to deal with being maybe disabled in an enabled person's world?
Yeah, you need loads. Luckily, you know, I've always voiced what I wanted, but it's the actual fact of acknowledging that if you squash some of your inner gremlins, you know, you can actually go forward and make a meal instead of just like mushy stew or something. Right, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I've just got a new carer, right?
Have you?
She knows nothing about me, right? And it's from like a brain damage kind of special place where they're taught how to behave. And she walked in and I was like, right, drop the rule, but let's go Nikki Webber style. Let's do this shit kind of thing. And so she was like, whoa. And I was like, come on, you're doing it with me. We're doing it my way and it's going to be fast. So, like, we went back and then we kind of went back home, made a meal, put the food on, cooked the meal, and then I have, like, a timer on the pot so it won't obviously burn. So I put it on for about, 30 minutes. And I had, like, chopped up tomatoes, but I cut them with scissors. They cut them with scissors so that you can get them in different sizes because that alters the taste of each mouthful.
Yeah.
Then I had raisins, then I had cheese, then I had beans, right? And then I had some mince all mixed up together and then some garlic and lemon juice.
A Nikki special.
Yeah.
And so, and this new care lady, she helped with this?
Yeah, she chopped it up and she was like my hands. It's like having them wheels on a car. The car still knows it's still got a heater and a radio and blah, 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 but it's not going to get anywhere because the wheels are not there.
Yeah.
So some days the carers are my wheels, but problem is I'm not a car, I'm a sports car, you know. Jaguar, Ferrari kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so this new carer was able to meet your emotional needs by understanding that she needs to be your wheels and that it needs to be done your way.
yeah,
And that, you know, you're a particular vehicle and you want to drive in a particular destination. And she has to understand that.
yeah.
And that then meets
And
the
like,
emotional.
I've always fought against having specialised carers, but they're taught all these special, intricate steps, so that they can actually meet my needs by following what I say, but understand that they've got to do it my way. The tractors here, beep beep, hi tractor. They've got. Now know I'm not pissing about, and it is live near a field.
Literally by the combine harvester out here.
Me and my combine harvester. Like Wessel Gummidge, telling you. So yeah, it's like it is cool, but it's more facilitate my needs so I can achieve what I want and where I want to go.
Yeah.
And like sniffing the air of the cut vegetables, so nice, and it's sandy as well, you know. So it's crazy, my life sometimes. DJ Blackweb, go at Vibe.
What about more specific psychotherapy for people who've had a disability? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, do you think it should be needed, or do you think if society was different it wouldn't be needed?
No, like putting me on my backside, is there? I don't think society needs to change, because I just think people should be who they are. But then I live in a mining village.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've been going into the community like all of my life, and I'm like, yeah, I'm different, but there's nothing I can do about it, so live with it. And so everyone's kind of grown up with me, helping me with my drinks, with my meals in a pub or whatever, so it is just normal to them.
Yeah.
But God, without that support, I'd be messed up, you know. I'd be sat at home, watching telly, watching Emmerdale. And I think that's why I like media and why I like radio. And then I got into my songwriting. And then I worked with police as well, doing road safety. And I was one of the first people to go into schools doing live shows, you know, to young kids and stuff.
It takes some nerve, doesn't it, to do
Does
that?
it?
Present
I
in front
don't
of loads
know.
of school children.
I loved it. Just get on with it, don't you?
You do, definitely.
I tried to.
Yeah. But do you think that was your therapy? And having the support of the community is your therapy?
Yeah.
Do you feel like if everyone had that same level of support, people wouldn't struggle to adjust, you know, to being maybe differently able?
I think the government are creating and I will say it, creating a massive rod for their own back.
Right.
Because they're taking care away from disabled and old people. Whereas if they integrated it as more of a flat part version of care, instead of a built-up structured thing, where the disabled person can go to the toilet when they want to, do what they want to, and not be told who they are, you know. Someone's got to stand up, stand strong and say, hey, there's a reason why I'm still breathing, you know.
Yeah.
And stop being spoon-fed all this slop crap where they're told what to do and when they can do it.
Yeah.
Because it don't work. And then it makes the disabled person kind of feel really vulnerable. And it, I don't know, it uncovers like scars inside you, sort of thing. Because you can't be who you want to be at different times, and it highlights kind of
what is different,
bad stuff. Yeah. And like the government, they don't know how we feel. They're just rulers, don't they?
That's how it feels when you're told, well, you can only have a slot at this time.
Yeah.
It has to be for this long.
Instead
and you have
of
to
just
do these things.
Instead of valuing the disabled people and saying, right, you've got 30 hours a week, I don't know, 20, say minimum 3 hours a day. When do you want it and what do you want it for?
Yeah.
They're like, we'll cover your basic needs, get you up, take you to the toilet. If you're lucky, you get a shower. Then we'll make you a meal. And then we'll take you around to the shop for a quick shop, chuck things in trolley. What sort of life's that, you know? And I can't be treated like that. I'm a person, not a product. well, a product as well. Very high class product, but you know
Absolutely.
what I mean? I'm like top shelf variety and all that.
Yeah.
Not dented tin stuff.
You're a Jaguar car. You're
I'm not.
Tesco finest.
I'm not. I'm a donkey in a racehorse's body.
No.
Absolute donkey.
But this is your argument for flexible structure, isn't it?
Yeah.
If that provision has to be flexible to meet the needs of the person and the individual, and not them having to fit into a box.
Don't tell me who I am when I should be. Let me be who I am when I can.
Yeah.
It's going into another song. But that's why I kind of like songwriting, and that's why I got into songwriting. Because I thought, well, basically you sat down, you're at home, and like, oh, this really annoys me. So disabled people are not thick, stupid specimens, right? But why do we all get put on a kind of shelf or in a box and told that we can only work so many hours and we're not allowed to earn money above a certain amount? But if the government sat down, shut up a bit and thought about what they were doing, they could stimulate like loads and loads of mental health problems by saying you've got to go out, you've got to work if you're capable, but the money goes into your care packs.
Yeah. And to give that flexibility.
To make everyone basically get up off the backside if they can, obviously.
Yeah.
And use their ambition, use their emotion.
Yeah.
Stop like sending them to special centres where all they've got to look forward to is playing dominoes or drawing pictures or colouring them in.
Yeah.
Or like taking them out and saying, oh, can we have a receipt? We've got to have a receipt for little Nikki's checkbook thing. I'm like, do one. Go.
That's a real
Done.
trigger.
Bugbear.
Bugbear, yeah.
I can't say how I feel because it's being recorded, but I haven't swum in like 20 minutes. What?
Well, I think you have said.
Happening?
Yeah, no, I think you've articulated that very well. Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think if people who've had a disability, whether it's brain injury or something else, if they're provided with that flexible structure? Sorry, a slight pause there. Drinks break. Back again.
Get ready. Here I am.
Nikki's had a wild cherry Lucasade. She's ready to go. And so the question is, what is the best way to support brain cognitive rehab and to kind of promote neuroplasticity to get the brain firing in the best way for someone after brain injury, do you think, Nikki?
Put all the mechanisms in place, but get the disabled person to kind of understand that you're not a threat and that these are the wild these are the wild cards.
What's all going on?
These are the wild cards that you kind of have to play to, you know, get your brain running instead of just jogging. Because you're never gonna win a race if you just jog, are you? To be a winner, you've got to run for the finish line. So, like, the mainstream, like, fast, everyday pace world is pretty savage and there's no crap with it. But then it's who do you want to play in the jigsaw of each and every day? What piece do you want to be?
And people should be given that choice.
Yeah,
to be what piece they want to be.
of course they should.
And if they are, then that's going to be the best way to support meeting potential neurologically and emotionally
challenged situations.
Yeah.
And like to be aware of your neurological like stance, structure and stuff, you've got to dig deep and like almost reach inside and pull yourself out yourself.
Right.
So that you're not a puppet on a string, you lead her at back.
Yeah.
So don't let life hold you back. You know?
That's a powerful message.
Get the ropes and make sure you swing from them.
Yeah.
But don't let people tell you how to swing. Or, you know, if you want to be a clown in a theatre show, make it a happy one, but make the day your stage, because every day's your stage and your playground.
Fantastic.
Right, from me, I will blow you a kiss. You might not receive it, but I'll see you later, yeah? Bye. Take care, chicks. Bye.